Welcome back to the channel. Just get right into it. Hey, how you doing? So this message is titled, Leave the Hard Life to Those Who Deserve It. I know. Leave the hard life to those that deserve it. This message is specifically for those of you all who come into people's lives to help them spiritually transform, change, adapt. You could be a teacher. You may not even know it though. You could be a teacher, you could be a mentor or soon to be mentor. You could be a shaman. You could be a certain type of healer. You could be an advisor of some type. You function in the spiritual world in some kind of way to help the collective. Hell, you could be a lawyer. You could be a lawyer, you could be an architect, you could be a paralegal, but it's something that you do. It's something that you are by nature, organically, naturally, that spirit places you in people's lives to help them. Just sheer off of your aura alone, your very essence can help people to either cleanse, clear, grow, have a different perspective about something, come into some type of spiritual awareness, okay? If all of these are hitting for you or signaling to you that yes, you're shaking your head yes, this is your message. It is our jobs as spiritualists, as healers, as teachers, as those of us who are willing, able, and ready to help the collective to ascend spiritually, to grow spiritually, all the things. It is still our job and our responsibility to have an even higher level of discernment when it comes to knowing when to let people go when they don't want to let go of the hard life. When they are so acclimated to living a certain way, being a certain way, if they are not ready to receive your help, then they are not ready to change. And if they are not ready to receive your help, they are not ready to change, then what ends up happening is that it ends up being detrimental to you spiritually, mentally, emotionally. You end up being the one taking the downfall, taking the risk, and end up incubating. That's a funny way to say it, incubating a very chaotic, toxic life because you won't let go. This is why it's so important for us as people, helpers of the spiritual realm. I don't know, however you want to call it, but that's why it's so important for us to take care of ourselves while we're also helping other people. That's why it's so important for us to prioritize ourselves over helping other people, because we have to stay at a high level of discernment. We have to stay quote unquote at a level of emotional detachment in order for us to do the things we do in the spiritual realm, in the spiritual community, helping the collective to ascend to higher frequencies, okay? When we don't do that, we are a disservice to ourselves first and then to the collective next, all right? So when we incur people, that is, we're observing, okay? We meet the people, we feel their vibe, we get a taste of their energy, we're observing, we're listening, we're not saying much, we're just observing the person, getting to know them, and we are also getting the messages as to how we can help them when they're ready, okay? We just don't come out and just, no, when they're ready. I'm saying all this and I'm breathing all this because I just went through this and I'm sharing it with you. And that is part of my spiritual obligation. My job is my life experiences. I share them with you all as a way to share the wisdoms that I either just learned or have learned, and they've been working for me for a very long time. That's part of my job. I don't pretty much like to put a label on it. Teacher, healer, I mean, pick one. If you need a label, just pick one. But anyways, let me circle back. So you meet the people, you see where they need help, you see where you can help them. That does not mean that you are going to help them. That just means that you see why the divine placed them in your life and you in their lives, okay? I'm telling you this. When you get, I'm going to say hits, H-I-T-S, that this person, I'm seeing stuck in a groove. This person, oh, I'm seeing Scorpio. I'm not Scorpio. The death card in reverse. When this person is so unwilling to change and they're very adamant about changing you into who they want you to be, and you're the healer, you're the teacher, you're the advisor, you're the mentor, you need to detach. You need to let go immediately. ASAP, vamonos, okay? Very quickly. And when you stick around waiting to see if they'll change their mind, that is when you start to incur chaotic circumstances in your life. Because at that point, they are not willing to accept the help that you have came to deliver. So if they're not willing to accept the help, the wisdom, the healing that you've come to deliver, then you end up being out of alignment with that connection. And when you are out of alignment in any connection, you risk your security, you risk your protection, you risk your needs being met on a regular basis, you risk your peace, you risk your health, your mental health, spiritual health, physical health. Okay, all the things. That is why it's so important to prioritize ourselves first. People will say you're selfish, you're greedy, you're you're showing narcissistic personality traits. But if I am not well and running on optimum, then how can I help someone else to perform at optimum in their lives? So again, this message is for those of you all who are already tapped in. You already know what your purpose is. You probably are already working in your purpose. This is a message to all of you all to be steadfast on continuing to prioritize yourself. And when you get hits, energetic hits, that yeah, this is not gonna, I know you sent me to help them do this, but they're bucking. They're bucking, they're very rebellious, and I ain't got time for it. Those are not people that you're really going to be helping. Those are people that are really going to be showing you the art of detachment and showing you where your level of discernment is. Your level of discernment and your level of detachment really is. It's not where you think it is. If it's taking you a long time to detach from a situation that you know logically and spiritually, this ain't going. This is making me compromise my peace. This ain't going where this is testing the waters of my protection, my safety, my security. I don't know about this. Did you detach? Did you really trust your discernment? Did you really listen to your downloads and your intuition? Did you really abide by your dreams and your visions? Is your spiritual course, your spiritual teams having to keep telling you over and over and over and over and over again about this person because you don't want to listen, because you don't want to let go? We also have work to do. We're helpers, but we also have work to do. We're helpers, but we also have continuously, it's just like somebody gets licensed as a cosmetologist. They have to continue to go to get credits to continue their license. It's the same thing in the spiritual realm. We have to continue to work on ourselves as well in order to show ourselves approved to do the work that we are divinely given to do. That is my time. I'm almost at 10 minutes. If this has touched you, resonated with you, please go ahead and follow the channel and check me out on YouTube at Kadabra